guys? Xaryu here, and today I'm wearing a pink shirt and we're playing some RMP. I don't know what the shirt color had to do with anything, but yeah. Anyway, I'm playing some Sub Frost RM Priest with a disc, and I've uploaded some of this gameplay before, but I did talk to my rogue, and he actually wants to try some Outlaw Frost disc. Apparently they're playing that in Europe right now, and it's pretty freaking decent. I keep getting knocked over by this Fellord. Move out of the Fellord, you retard, Xaryu. All right, there we go. But yeah, apparently they're playing some Outlaw Sub Frost, or Outlaw Frost disc in EU, and it's doing pretty decently. So we might try that out next time we play. But we have been doing pretty decent as this. In fact, we've reached pretty close to 2,900 MMR, or maybe even a little higher than that on some of our win streaks, and yeah, usually play around 28, 29-ish, and just doing an awesome job, because I don't think RMP is the strongest comp overall, especially as a Frost Mage. There's much better comps you can run with a Resto Druid, RMD, Windwalker Mage Druid, even Demo Frost Monk or Demo Frost Shaman. Some of these comps seem pretty good in the meta right now, but RMP just seems pretty decent. It seems okay, just not incredibly strong, but I actually do the best pretty much with RMP for some reason. And I think part of the reason is the priest I'm playing with is Gex, and Gex is just a god. Maybe I'm just being completely carried. He's insane. But yeah, our setups are usually something like Kidney Healer, into Sheep, into Fear, counterspell the third guy so he's not just spamming Fear, and killing the Demon Hunter. We did open the Monk because actually against this guy we've one-shot him in the opener a few times, and we're like, alright, let's see if we can just one-shot the Monk to get us out of our misery quicker, you know what I mean? And just end this game as soon as we can. Fellord does go down. Once again, I do wise up a little bit and move out of it a little quicker this time though. Gotta keep an eye out for that Thalical consumption, or Thalkeel's consumption, as you guys have me say, because I don't want to get one-shot by that. So I do keep an eye on my Gladius, all of my cast bars, etc. Really trying to avoid that with Blink, Counterspell, Temp, whatever I can. Here, my guy was actually going for a kidney for so long, he was just being line of sighted by the Monk that he ends up just sapping the Monk into a kidney, and we go off of that sap for a nice swap. We do get Darkness, so it doesn't look like he's going to go down. Plus, I couldn't connect the most amount of damage into that. I had an orb, but I was there like a second or two late. I counterspell that Fear, we get a full blind onto the Monk, and we try to do some damage here to the Demon Hunter, but he's just flying and flopping around. That was a beautiful full sap there off of the full blind, and with a Sheep there onto the Warlock. So there's that constant triple CC, guys. Or not constant, because with Druid, you can pretty much constantly triple CC with the clones and the Sheeps, because you keep rotating DRs. With a Priest, you don't have constant triple CC, but you have, when you're bursting, you want moments of this triple CC. But for example, your Priest never wants to Fear unless you're doing a setup, right? You never want to waste a Kidney or a Cheap Shot unless you're doing a setup. You never want to waste your DRs unless you're doing a setup in RMP. In RMD, you can pretty much just go and never run out of steam. Here we go, we get a full ring onto the Monk because he runs into it. Pretty much do a nice Orb Icy Veins setup there onto the Demon Hunter. And that's how a lot of our games end, guys. Second Icy Veins is pretty scary. Hopping in here into this next game, I actually freaking about had a heart attack when I loaded in and we're having a Sub Frost disc RMP mirror. I feel like it's been ages since I've had one of these. Every time I queue into another RMP, it rarely happens, but when I do, it's usually Fire, Assass, something weird, Holy Priest, something weird, right? It's never Sub Disc Frost. It's almost never that. This was one of our worst openers. I think we actually fought these guys twice. I think we beat them 2-0. This is the worst opener ever, though, because I'm casting onto this Priest just to get Icicles, and my Rogue blinds into the Priest. I guess it's just a little bit of miscommunication there. And then my Rogue is all the way alone into the back of the pillar and is forced to Trinket Cloak everything. So, two things should have either happened. One, the Rogue shouldn't have pushed in, or two, I should have pushed in with the Rogue. Right? Because I was playing back, my Priest was playing back, my Rogue pushed in, I was just getting icicles, broke a blind, and he had to use every cooldown. So either my priest and I should have pushed in with our rogue to the pillar really tight, or we should have all played back and let them push into us. We were on the wrong page there. So it was one of the worst openers. My rogue has no trinket cloak. We pretty much haven't gotten anything defensively from them, and this game is just pretty much looking terrible. I'm pretty tilted right now too. I'm like trying to breathe because this is just like the worst game ever. And he instant MDs that ice block as well, and I'm just doing my best to run around. Just keep running, just keep swimming, as Dory would say, so I don't die to this Frost Mage and this Sub-Rogue. Good thing is, you can't actually kite a Frost Mage, and even if you're like 1% life, if you keep running in a circle, they're not going to do much to you. So as long as that Rogue is decently peeled with, you know, Nova, Kona Cold, Sheeps, something like that, or just off stuns, I should be pretty decent, because the Mage isn't going to be able to get too much damage off onto me unless I'm in an actual stun, as you guys probably already know. So I'm going to go... Oh, this is actually pretty sick here. I get a double belf into a sheep. So not only could I not be kicked in time, but at the same time the priest couldn't death. So I belf the mage, I belf the priest, 2 in 1, and then get a full sheep, and then do a setup here onto the mage. Doesn't look like we get too much, but I am just running for my life. I actually mount up behind a pillar. I'm like, I am not dying today. But then they decided to swap on my rogue, which I'm fine with. My priest is chilling out of CC. They're doing a setup on my rogue, so my rogue really shouldn't die here. Getting sheeped up a few times. Double blink in here. Get the sheep, but it was a little bit late, so he does get that premonition off that Shadow Word Death, as you guys probably know it by. And once again, this game is still pretty sloppy. We still haven't even gotten a block. We haven't really gotten too much out of these guys. Our first game was really smooth, but I wanted to show you guys, even with sloppy starts, if you just play to live for a little bit, reset, recover, you can always come back, even with the worst and worst of openings. So once again, I'm very low HP, just holding onto my ice block, line of sighting, nothing can hit me. So I'm low HP, but nothing can hit me. Priest comes out of CC's mind controlled, and I'm kind of trying to line sight the mage, would stay in the priest line of sight here, and get top back off. So that's pretty nice. Get a full sheep there off of that sheep shot. So the kidney onto the rogue. The rogue actually trinkets that full fear. So like I said, guys, the fears come out on our setups. It's like a sheep priest, fear rogue, go mage, or it could be a fear priest and rogue, go mage if I can a sheep. It could be sheep rogue, fear priest. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, that's what you want. And we got a nice setup off of that. A massive spell on the ice block, couple lucky procs, and the mage does just go down like that in one good setup. That's the thing about RMP. You have massive spell. You can win anytime. One good setup is all it takes, and that's all it took. Here we are jumping into our third and final match for today. We're fighting Destro Ellie, which is a pretty decent comp, but I think RMP should do pretty well against it. We do decide to go Ellie, and I really think that all 3 targets are very viable kill options here. I specifically like the Destro Warlock. If the Ellie was playing really lame and just running around a pillar, like I know some shamans play like that, like Dame Dazzle. If we were fighting Dame Dazzle and say like Thugonomics or something, we'd probably want to go Thugonomics because certain shamans have playstyles where they just never die. But if you can connect on a shaman, it's not too bad. If you can't connect on a lock, it's not too bad. And if we do nice swaps to Pally, it's not too bad. So we can really do a variety of things here. Going for a full sheep, get locked out, cast that full ring, like I taught you guys. If you get kicked on one, you can always cast the other. Still trying to get more damage off here, and we get Trinket Stack from the Holy Pally. So we, forcing these cooldowns left and right here. Playing back with my priest. So with the druid, you, like I was talking about earlier, you can always stay in kind of sheep clone, back and forth the whole game. Keep up that offensive pressure. But with a priest, you can play more of like a push and go style, where you push in, get a fear, maybe get a double fear, get a sheep, get a full kidney on one guy, and own him. But then you have to run because you're out of steam. Your fear's on cooldown, everything's TR'd. There's no way you can clone something low HP to keep him low. Which is kind of how it goes. We get a nice CC chain on the Pally. We do force him to bubble. Get a master spell in the bubble into a half sheep, into a quarter sheep, into a kidney. These CC chains are just continually going right now. into a mind control low. So you can do this. You have like a kind of like a pseudo clone, which is mind control. Problem is, it's significantly worse because the priest actually has to give up his casting in order to do it. Then you can interrupt it at any point to stop the mind control. But you do have like kind of like this pseudo clone where if you want to, you can mind control something low. If you want to, you can mind control something, you know, into a fear, but the fear is going to be half because mind control does DR with fear. So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind with mind control if you are going to use it that way. So once again, going for that sheep into the ring, he actually gets out from human trinketing. Okay, so casted a sheep, got kicked, casted the ring, he human trinketed, but I do end up landing that full sheep eventually, and it looks like they pretty much have nothing left. I go for a re-sheep, my orb is ripping through this guy into a full kidney, my priest is a full fear out, he takes the gate, but that's not going to be enough, he just does go down with that full fear on the pally. So there it is, guys, pretty awesome RMP session there. Thumbs the video up if you liked it, thumbs it down if you hated it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see for next time, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!